All right, we're live here. I have election results for the state of Mississippi and Tippah County. We will be having everything announced by about 7:40. That's when we'll start getting our first returns, about 7:40. We're just going to have some election result stuff playing. Stay tuned with us. Check back here about 7:40 and we will start announcing results, or at least have some update information for you. So we're working to see when that will occur. But roughly 7:40. Tune back in. But we're going to stay live with us. Stay live with us here. Stay tuned for election results. We'll be right back with you.
He didn't switch over. Okay, I'm sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Noel reporting from TV19 Studios. We are waiting again for election results here in Tippett County. We invite you to stay tuned for an exciting night of election results here on Channel 19, your home for Tippett County elections. More here from TV19 as we return. Stay tuned for election results here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John O reporting for TV19 on your election results. We're here tonight to bring you those in order, but let me go over the ballots. If you're on the Republican side tonight, you voted for governor, of course, and lieutenant governor, and many other races. So let's go over those as who you will possibly vote for as we get these results in. For governor for the next 4-year terms, you have the choice of David Hargree, Tate Reeves, and John Witcher. In the lieutenant governor's race, Delbert Hoseman, Tiffany Longoyo, and Chris McDaniel. In the Secretary of State, Michael Watson ran unopposed. Attorney General Lan Finch ran unopposed. And Secretary Treasurer David McCray ran unopposed. And the Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce, Andy Gibson, ran unopposed. Commissioner of Insurance for the next 4 years, you had a choice between Mike Cheney and Mitch Young. In the state auditor's race, Chad White ran unopposed. And the Public Service Commissioner for the next 4 years, you had a choice between Chris Brown and Tanner Newman. And the Transportation Commission for the Northern District, John Caldwell ran unopposed. District Attorney for District 3 for the next 4 years was Ben Crickmore. Now, of course, this is the south end of Tippah County. We will get the north end here in just a minute. In the Secretary of the Senate race, Rita Potts Parks ran unopposed, and Mr. Jody Steverson ran unopposed in House District 4. For the Chancery Clerk office for the next 4 years, you have Mr. Jimmy Johnson, Ms. Shana Lowry, Mr. Chris Marcellus, and Mr. John E. Stubbs Jr. And for the next 4 years, of course, this is where the write-in came after the passing of Mr. Randy Graves. And we will have those names as soon as we get those. But on this ballot line I'm looking at, we do not have those. For coroner for the next 4 years is Christopher Floyd, Chris McAllister. The county attorney for the next 4 years, Bart Adams, ran unopposed. Sheriff next 4 years, Carl Gillard, Jeremy Hogue, and Dallas Lumpkin. Tax assessor collector, Mr. Joe Akins, unopposed. District 4 supervisor, Mr. Glenn Michael, unopposed. Justice Court Judge, Sonny Meeks, unopposed. And Constable for the South Half, Mr. Keith Bullock, unopposed. We'll take a quick break, come back and look at the North Half ballot in just a moment here on TV19, your home for 2023 election results. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TV19 coverage of the 2023 election. We will now go over the differences in the North Half that you didn't see in the South Half. They had a few more races up in the North Half. Those races are Supervisor District 1 for supervisor, that you had a choice between Todd Collum, Larry DeVore, and Jimmy Gunn. North half District Court Judge for the next 4 years, you had a choice between Tommy Garrett and Benny Jackson. And North half Constable for the next 4 years, you had a choice between Terry Mathis and Bradley Watson. Again, those are the differences in the Republican ballot. We'll take a very short break, come back with the Democratic ballot here on TV 19, your home for Tippett County election results. Welcome back to TV 19, your home for election results here in 2023 and the first August 8th primary. We'll now look at the Democratic ticket for the state of Mississippi here in Tippett County for governor for the next 4 years. Brandon Presley, unopposed. Lieutenant Governor D. Ryan Grover, had no opponent. For the state of Mississippi, Secretary of State Sawaski A. Young, had no opponent. Attorney General for the next 4 years, Greta Kemp Martin, no opponent. For State Auditor, Larry Bradfield, no opponent. For the State Treasurer, Addie L. Green, no opponent. For the State Commissioner, for the State of Mississippi Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce, for the next 4 years, you had Robert Bradford Sr., Bethany Hill, and Terry Rogers II. For the State of Mississippi Commissioner of Insurance for the next 4 years, choice of Democratic was Bruce Burton. We do have some early results. Multiple precincts have run out of ballots, so if you have not made it out the polls yet, I believe they are closed now, as they've closed about 7, I believe. So if you did not get a chance to get out and vote, that is a good sign for the Tippett County of how many people have gotten out of votes, and that is mostly in the northern district. Walnut, Providence, Three Forks, Tippersville, and Clevia all are out of ballots. So if you did not get a chance to get up there and in the north half and vote, looks like a very good turnout. So as more election results come in, we'll have those for you. Unofficially, results for 3rd District Supervisor, you have at Palmer Church, Carrie Hurd, they had 63 votes. Mike Graves had 163 votes, and Steve Morrison had 109. Again, those are unofficial results. We will try to have those official results. Our man of the field, John Ross Myers, is calling those results in as he gets those. So we invite you to stay tuned here on TV 19, your home for Tippah County election results for 2023, here on TV 19. Welcome back to TV 19, your home for election results. We have some unofficial news out of the Blue Mountain Precinct. Unofficially, Shayna Lowry and Mike Graves carried those respective spots. So looks like some good results for those two. So if you'll stay tuned, we'll have more results here on TV 19 as we continue our coverage from here in the studio and out in the field with more of TV 19 election results when we return here on TV 19. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the live streaming results here on TV 19. You're on for 2023 Tippah County and statewide election results. Again, if you just want to give you an update, if you have any early election results that you know of out of your districts that you might want to report, feel free to go on Facebook and look up to RCTV 19 and tag them there and place them there. We will do our best to have them out as soon as possible. Again, you are listening in to RCTV 19 2023 election results. And we hope we give you those results as possible. As soon as we have them, again, we will have them to you. Just again, an early update coming out of the Blue Mountain District. Shannon Lowry and Mike Graves carry those ballots. So we wish those guys a big congratulations out in the Blue Mountain area. Again, this is TV 19's your home for election results. Stay tuned. Welcome back to TV 19. We do have some unofficial results from the Secretary of State as 6% of the precincts reporting in the state of Mississippi as we speak. For Republican Governor Tate Reeves with 70.6% of the vote, almost 13,000 votes. Of course, Democrat Brandon Presley went in unopposed, so those two looks like they're looking for a November election. For Lieutenant Governor, 4% of precincts reporting. Delbert Hosemann leading that race with very close behind is Chris McDaniel. 9,132 of unofficial votes to 8,887 votes for Chris McDaniel. Hosemann, of course, in the lead with 9,000. D. Ryan Grover ran uncontested. For the Republican, of course, Watson and Young went on the Democrat side. Young went unopposed. Watson went unopposed on the Republican side. For Attorney General, of course, Lynn Finch went unopposed and Martin went unopposed. A lot of unopposed races here. So let's skip down to the ones who have Agriculture Commission Democrat with 52% of the vote. Robert Bradford leads that race as we speak with Bethany Hill at 23% and Ted Rogers at 25%. Of course, with the Insurance Commissioner, with a Republican, Andy Gibson went in unopposed. Insurance Commissioner, 1% of the precincts reporting. Mike Cheney with a hefty lead over Mitch Young, almost 4,000 votes for Mike Cheney and 1,000 votes for Mitch Young. Of course, on the Democratic side, Mr. Bruce Burt went in unopposed. So Northern District Public Service Commissioner, 4% reporting. Chris Brown with a sizable lead in that, 66% of vote to 34% of the vote. And Central, okay. Southern District Public Service Commissioner, which we aren't served by them, but we will get those results. Dana Powell, Republican, with a losing to Nelson Carr. Of course, John Cardwell went uncontested. Central District, Mr. Willie Simmons went uncontested, and Robert Pennington Jr. on the Republican side. Southern District Transportation Commissioner, Republican Charles Busby went unopposed, and do not look like we have any Democrats. But that is a quick update. We'll have more live local election results as we continue here on TV 19, your home for 2023 election results. We will continue here on TV 19. Welcome back. Some interesting developments coming in the lieutenant governor race on the Republican side. Only about 100 votes now are the difference between Delbert Hosemann and Chris McDaniel. So the Hosemann followers and the McDaniel followers really getting out there and voting in this Republican election. So just want to give you an update quickly. Also, make sure you're checking on Tippah County News for those election results. That is www.tippahcountynews.com for your Tippah County election results. Please stay tuned. We'll have more live results when we continue here on TV 19, your home for streaming live results of Tippah County election 2023. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to your live streaming results here on TV 19, home for 2023 Tippah County state results. We have 9 of 24 precincts reporting, and here are some early numbers according to our good friend John Ross, who's out in the field. For Brandon Presley, of course, he went in opposed. So let's see if we can get these results. Get down here to the ones that actually. So most of these are unopposed results. You're looking at this is most of your Democratic Party. That all the ones that went opposed there are looking like that they've had good turnouts. Again, this is for Democrat Brandon Presley, Ryan Grover, Shuniska Young, Greta Kipps Martin, Larry Bradfield, and Adiel Green. All those have had a good turnout so far, and we'll get Republican results here in just a moment. If you'll stay tuned, we'll have those in just a second. All right, we do have those Republican results in as we speak. For Commissioner of Agriculture, leading that race right now is a tie between Bradford Sr. and Terry Rogers. For Commissioner of Insurance, that was Bruce Burton, unopposed. For Governor, Tate Reeves has a solid lead here in the north half of our Tippah County with 1,370 votes. For Republican Lieutenant Governor, Chris McDaniel leads the race here in Tippah County with 870 of 100 and 103 for Delbert Hosman. And for Secretary of State, Michael Watson leads that race as he went unopposed. All right, we'll have some local results as well. Here's some local results for Lynn Finch, of course, unopposed. David McGray unopposed. Andy Gibson unopposed. Mike Cheney leads the race in that insurance Republican state. Shad White leads that race. And Chris Brown leads the Northern District Public Service Commissioner race. Again, we're going to have some more results. In the Northern District Transportation, John Culver, of course, went unopposed. Ben Creekmore unopposed. Jody Stevenson, Rita Parks unopposed. In the Chancellor Clerk, here's a big update there for you folks that are interested in this race. Shayna Lauer leads that race as we speak with 1,033 votes, as she has had a great turnout for that. And of course, the Chancellor Clerk, we had some write-ins. So 1,364 write-ins total. So we'll get those to you as if we possibly can. And then we have for corner, Chris McAllister winning that race. Bart Adams, of course, he went unopposed. Carl Gillard looks like he's winning that race. Joe Aikens, of course, went unopposed. In the first district, Jimmy, there are no results in first district, and then I think we like couple more results here in the Randy Chun, that second district. Mike Graves, there are no results. Mike Graves and Steve Morrison look like they're leading that race handily. Glenn Michael winning that race. Chad Newby winning in his district. Tommy Garrett and Benny Jackson in a close race, 261 to 163 in that district, in that race. And then as we Sonny Meeks unopposed. In the Constable North half, very tight race going on up there, 296 to 128 is Terry Mathis leads Bradley Watson. And in the South half, Keith Bullock, of course, went unopposed. And that is going to be your election results as we have them unofficially. Again, we will have those again here in just a few moments. So you'll stay tuned. We'll have more election results as we continue here on live stream coverage of your 2023 election results for Tippah County in the state of Mississippi. We return here on TV 19, your home for election results. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TV 19. You're on for unofficial TV 19 results across the state of Mississippi. Let's look into some state races. Tate Reeves on the Republican side, with 9% of the voters report precincts reporting, has 24,404 votes. In a very close race for lieutenant governor, Delbert Hoseman, with 9%, has pulled back ahead of Chris McDaniel, 16,661 to 15,394. So that's a very close results. Very close result race right now, as those results continue to pile in. For Agriculture Commissioner Bradford leading that race, Insurance Commissioner Mike Chaney leading that race. Northern District Public Service is Brown, I believe, and that's 11,000 some odd votes. Southern District, this is a close race for you Southern District folks. Nelson Carr with 3,697 to Dane Maxwell's 3,259. As those results are coming in across the state of Mississippi here to Tippah County, where we have, we hope if you're hearing those. Again, if you Southern folks, if any of you Southern District folks are hearing results, those outside of Tippah County, feel free to call them in. If there's some close races, we are all across the state of Mississippi here on TV 19 Sports, Mississippi Sports Group, and all of our other outlets. So just stay tuned. We'll have more when we return here to TV 19, your home for Tippah County election results and statewide results here as we gather those in on TV 19. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TV 19. We have some updated election results in the governor's race, a Republican primary. On the state of Mississippi now, 16% reporting. Tate Reeves looks to have clinched that as a Republican with 41,108, as the state is now calling that race for Tate Reeves. In the lieutenant governor's race, again, in a very tight race there, as Delbert Hosemann now has taken a 50% to 43% lead over Chris McDaniel with 27,683, and Chris McDaniel with 23,823. So those results are still pending. In the Insurance Commission, Republican Party, Mike Chaney looks to, according to the state, has clinched that spot with 38,303 with 76% of the vote. Again, this is with 15% of the vote reporting. So, as of course, Democratic Brandon Presley goes in unopposed. All your Democrats, of course, have gone in unopposed. Let's see if we have any other results here that are pertinent to us here in North Mississippi as we look across the state. Again, those results we will get to you as soon as possible. Again, that's a quick update across the state of Mississippi. We'll get more election results. 2023, TV 19, as we go about and go across our Tippah County in the state of Mississippi. When we return, we'll hear on TV 19, your home for 2023 election results. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TV 19, your home for 2023 election results. Now with 19% of the vote reporting in the governor's race, State of Mississippi Republican Party, Tate Reeves now with 73% of the vote at 46,669. Lieutenant Governor race again, still very close, but Delbert Hoseman, 32,135 to Chris McDaniels, 28,302. Agriculture Commissioner Robert Bradford seems to be well in control of that race. Mike Cheney, well in control of the Insurance Commissioner race. Public Service Commissioner Chris Brown, well in control of that race. As we go down the districts, House District 1, that's our district, Bubba Carpenter over on Alcorn County. Nick Bain leading that race. As we look down the list, as many results across the state of Mississippi are coming in. Again, if you have any results pertinent to our election coverage, please give us a call or message us here at TV19. We'd love to have those as soon as possible. Our man in the field, John Ross, is reporting back to us as he gets results. We have many other people at different poll districts working those, trying to get those results. We will have those to you as soon as we get those. So for now, we will take a short break. Please join us back here in just a few minutes for election results here in 2023 across the state of Mississippi and here in Tippah County. Here on TV19, your home for 2023 election results. Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update. If you would like to see official results of the actual count that we have as of right now, you can go out on tippahnews.com. That's tippahnews.com, or you can look us up on our RCTV19 page. Again, we will have those served out to you as soon as possible. As of right now, you can go on Tippah News on your Facebook, look up Tippah County News, or Tippah News, tippahnews.com, and you can see an official copy of those results. If you look on that page, you'll be able to find those. So again, if you'd like to see an official copy, go to those pages, and if you have any trouble navigating that, please give us a call. All right. So we have also a press release on air post for Alcorn County. Commissioner Mike Cheney wins the Republican nomination. He, of course, is renominated on August 8th by the Republican Party. He'll be the GOP standard bearer in the November election. So if you're a Republican, go out and vote for him. There's a nice statement here by John Ross, and we'll read that to you. Mike Cheney, Mississippi Commissioner of Insurance Mike Cheney, won renomination in the August 8th, 2023 Republican primary election. He will be the GOP standard bearer November general election, and is asking voters to honor him with their vote in the general election. It is an honor to be nominated the Republican nominee for Insurance Commissioner and State Fire Marshal. I look forward to continuing my protection of consumers, regulating the insurance industry, and improving first responder and firefighter training. I will continue to address the improvements and access to health care in the health industry. This is a statement by Mr. Cheney himself. So congratulations to Mr. Mike Cheney, who is the Republican nominee. And we'll have more results here when we return to TV19, your home for 2023 election results. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the results from some of your statewide races. In governor, with 18% of the precincts reporting across the state of Mississippi, looks like the state of Mississippi and the Republican Party will be led again by Tate Reeves in your November election. Of course, Brandon Presley unopposed. With 23% of the lieutenant governor precincts reporting, Delbert Hoseman, 42,533 to Chris McDaniels, 28,302. So looks like Delbert is pulling ahead of Chris just a little bit in that race. Of course, Mr. Grover and the Democratic Party went in uncontested. Again, you go your uncontested races, Secretary of State, Watson and Young, their respective parties, Attorney General Lynn Fitch and Greta Kemp Martin, both uncontested. State Auditor Shad White, Larry Bradfield unopposed. And those Agriculture Commissioner, Democrat Robert Bradfield leads in that race with 15,106 votes. 15,160 votes. And Andy Gibson went in unopposed. So, and then your northern commissioner, of course, Republican Mike Chaney looks like he's won that race. Republican Northern District Public Service Commissioner, 29% of those precincts reported Chris Brown, leads Tanner Newman, and then uncontested Central District, Brent Bailey and DeKeith Stamps in that race. Southern District Public Service Commissioner, 14%. Dane Maxwell and Nelson Carr. Nelson Carr now beating the incumbent Dane Maxwell, 10,563 to 900, 175. Northern District Transportation, John Caldwell unopposed. Central District Transportation Commissioner, Democrat and Republican, both unopposed. And Southern District Transportation Commissioner, Charles Busby, unopposed. We are also getting some results in from across the Northern District. Unofficial results out of the first district. Jimmy Gunn, 798. Todd Colum, 245. Larry DeVore, 165. Again, those are unofficial without absentee. So all your absentees have not been counted yet. And we will have more results here as they come in. TV 19, your home for election results 2023. We return here on TV 19. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TV 19, your home for 2020 election results. Let's go over some latest Tippah County results. Again, in 1st District, according to 22 of 24 districts, precincts reporting in the 1st District, Jimmy Gunn, 798, Todd Collum, 245, Larry DeVore, 165. In the constable race, Terry Mathis, 15,770, and Bradley Watson was 755 votes. Corners race, Chris McAllister, 3,985. Crystal Floyd, 760. For sheriff, Carl Gillard, 3,747. And Jeremy Hogue, 613. Northern District Public Service Commissioner, Chris Brown, 3,248 votes. We are getting some results as far as ballots cast and as far as Democrat, Republican. Over 5,167 votes so far. Ballots have been cast. 220 of which are Democrat. Republican are 4,947. Again, as we have more results, we'll get them to you here on TV 19, your home for 2023 election results, as we continue our coverage here from the studios of RCTV 19, your home for 2023 election results. give you a quick update on the Chancery Clerk's race. Shayna Lowry, well ahead now with 2,726 votes. Behind her is Jimmy Johnson with 876, Chris Marsalis with 587, and John Stubbs with 584. Again, those are not official results as of yet. We are still waiting on a few precincts, but as of right now, Shayna Lowry with a big lead in the Chancery Clerk's race. So we'll get those results to you as we come back here in just a few moments here on TV 19. You're home for streaming results of 2023 election here on Channel 19. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to 2023 election results. Now with 33% of the precincts reporting, Tate Reeves, again, has been declared the winner of the Republican ticket for governor, 80-something thousand votes for him. 36% of the precincts reporting for lieutenant governor. Delbert Hoseman, now with a 51% to 42% lead over Chris McDaniel. That is 64,553 votes to 53,596 votes accordingly. Give you some more results from the Democratic side on the Agriculture Commission race. Robert Bradfield with 21,000. This is 16% of the precincts are voting. 21,034 in that race. Republican insurance commissioner has been called for Mike Cheney with 74,191. That is 78% of those votes. In the Northern District Public Service Commission race, Chris Brown looks to going to probably win that race, but as of right now, 41% precincts reporting. That race has not been called, but Chris Brown leads with 25,348. In your Southern District Public Service Commissioner, again, this is a very tight race, or was a very tight race. Now Nelson Carr out to a good lead with 22,207 votes to the incumbent Dane Maxwell's 19,097 votes. Again, that is a look around the state of Mississippi. We'll try to have more Tippah County results here on election night coverage for 2023 here from RCTV 19 and Mississippi Sports Group here on Tippah County News when we return here to the studios for more election results. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what seems to be kind of wrapping up some election results, as we now have 5,167 votes cast, 220 for Democrats, Republican 4947. In the constable race, North half, Terry Mathis 1,868 votes, Bradley Watson 972. Keith Bullock in the South half, of course, went unopposed as he gets 2,356 votes. Justice Court Judge Sonny Meeks with 2330 as he looks to win that race. District 2 Supervisor Greg Harrell. District 3 Mike Graves. District 4 Glenn Michael. District 5 Chad Newby. And District 1 Jimmy Gunn. Those looks like to be the winners of those races. As we have more results, we will get them to you. Okay, here's some more results they'll be handing in to me. Benny Jackson looks like he will win that race over Tommy Garrett. Coroner's race, Chris McAllister will look to win that race. County Attorney Bart Adams will look to win that race. And then Carl Gillard will look to win the sheriff's race. Tax Assessor Joe Higgins, of course, went unopposed. And we're getting more results as we go speak. So we'll take a very short break, come back with those here in just a few seconds here on TV 19. Stay tuned as we give you those results here in just a few seconds. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to again a kind of a wrap up of tonight's election results. Uh, what we're going to do is we're going to go through these few last election results, take a short break, come back with a kind of a final total of what we have, and check with our field reporters again one last time as we go about our night, and then give you a final total of election results when we come back in just a few minutes. So, as of right now, Northern District Transportation Supervisor, as John Caldwell won that race. District Attorney Ben Creekmore, Chancery Court Clerk Shannon Lowry with 29,665, and her nearest opponent was Jimmy Johnson with 1,001 votes. Chancery Circuit Clerk. Now this is the write-in ballot you had to do. So let me give you. We do now have those candidates, and if I miss a candidate, I do apologize. Please comment on our TV19 Facebook page or our Mississippi Sports Group page or our Tippah County News page. But those in no particular order are Philip Kuhn, Diane Graves, Ronnie Holston, Sandra Benefield, Candace DeVore, and Shane Akins. Those are the folks that ran for the circuit clerk. You had the opportunity to write those in. Unfortunately, right now we only have how many people voted for that particular with 3,900 total votes for the circuit clerk, as those were write-ins. Again, total votes is 5,762 blanks, no absentees, no affidavits at this time. Again, those are our unofficial results. We're going to do some counting, do some looking around the state again. Join us back in again about 5 minutes or so. Let us get some numbers, official numbers in, and we'll come back with more election results here on TV19, your home for Tippah County election results. More will return here on TV19. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TV 19. This is going to be a wrap up of the election night results and coverage. As we go through these election results, what we're going to do right now is just the Tippah County races here. So here we go. For supervisor, District 1, Jimmy Gunn. District 3, District 3, Greg Harrell. District 4, Mike Graves. District 5, Chad Newby. North Half Constable. Now, these are your winners, of course. Terry Mathis. And this, again, is pending absentee and affidavits, which we would like to make a special announcement about that. Absentee affidavits and write-in ballots will not be counted till in the morning. So that is pending those results, which those results could change, but we will give you an update on that. So let's start all over. District 1, Jimmy Gunn, the supervisor race. District 3, Greg Harrell. District 4, Mike Graves. District 5, Chad Newby. North Half Constable, Terry Mathis. Sheriff, Carl Gillard. Justice Court North, Benny Jackson. Justice Court South, Sonny Meeks. Coroner, Chris McAllister. South Half Constable, Keith Bullock. Court Attorney, Bart Adams. Tax Assessor, Joe Akins. And Chancery Clerk, Shayna Lowry. Again, that does not include the circuit clerk who were write-ins, but that should bring our official results to an end. If you have any questions or results that we may, and give us just a few minutes here in just a second. My good friend and our field reporter has made it back in. He can give us some statewide results. John Ross will join us here in just a minute. So if you'll stay tuned, we'll have statewide results in just a second here on TV 19, your home for Tippah County election and those results. And now we'll have statewide results here in just a second when we return.
Check, check. Check, check. All right, this is John Myers. Been up at the courthouse all night getting pictures and updating our Tippah County followers on the results. So we've got some 24 out of 24 results. I wanted to give you the exact numbers. We've got the number of ballots cast in Tippah County, 5,706. We've got 233 ballots were cast for Democrats, 5,473 were cast for Republicans. 2 ballots were cast and they were just left blank. So those are the total numbers, and that is no absentee, no affidavit, no write-ins included in that total. So we've got Democratic Governor Presley, 227 votes. Lieutenant Governor on the Democratic ticket, Ryan Glover, 216 votes. Young, 217 votes for the Democratic Secretary of State. Democratic Attorney General, Greta Kemp Martin, 215 votes. Democratic State Auditor on the Democratic ticket, Larry Bradford, 218 votes. Democratic State Treasurer, 219 votes for Addie Green. Democratic Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce, Brad Bradford, 83 votes. Bethany Hill, 64. Terry Rogers, 71. Democratic Commissioner of Insurance, Bruce Burton, 219 votes. The Republican Governor, Tate Reeves, will be the nominee for that statewide. He got 3,797 votes in Tippah County. The Lieutenant Governor race in Tippah County, Chris McDaniel got 2,783 votes. Delbert Hoseman got 2,227 votes. The Republican Secretary of State, Michael Watson, 4,897 votes. Lynn Fitch for Republican Attorney General, 4,889 votes. Republican State Treasurer, David McRae, 4,854 votes. Andy Gibson, the Republican Commissioner of Agriculture, 4,869 votes. The Republican Commissioner of Insurance, Mike Cheney, will be the nominee statewide. He got 3,764 votes in Tippah County. State Auditor Shad White, 4,844 votes. The Republican Northern District Public Service Commissioner, Chris Brown, 3,589 votes in Tippah County. He carried that pretty heavily here in Tippah County. John Caldwell got 4,887 votes for the Northern District Republican Transportation Commissioner. Now, these are local to Tippah County results. Ben Creekmore got 4,890 votes for the Republican District Attorney, District 3. District 4, Republican State Senate, Rita Pott Parks got 4,802 votes. Republican State House of Representatives, Jody Steverson got 4,809 votes. Now, these are local Tippah County only votes. Shayna Lowry carried the Tippah County Republican Chancery Clerk vote. She has 2,965 votes. Jimmy Johnson, 1,001. John Stubbs, 657. Chris Marsalis, 636. There were 67 write-in votes. And again, these do not include affidavit or absentee. The circuit clerk is a complete write-in, and we will not know those figures until a later date. The Republican coroner, Crystal Floyd, 833 votes. Chris McAllister, 4,418 votes. Then we've got the Republican county attorney, Bart Adams, 4,919 votes. We've got the sheriff race here in Tippah County. Carl Gillard carried that, 4,126 votes. Then we've got Tax assessor and collector, Joe Akins, 5,081 votes. The Republican District 1 supervisor vote, Jimmy Gunn, 798, Taj Colum, 245, Larry DeVore, 165. District 2 supervisor, Randy Chun, 190 votes, Freddie Delaney, 95, Greg Harrell, 459, Mark Robertson, 152, Jerry Wyndham, 79. District 3, Mike Graves, 525 votes, Steve Morrison, 428, Kerry Hurd, 181. That looks pending absentee and affidavit. That looks like it's going to be going to a runoff. We'll see when the final numbers get tabulated. Glenn Michael got 971 votes unopposed in District 4. Chad Newby carried District 5 with 934 votes. The Republican North Justice Court judge election, Tommy Garrett, 1,310 votes. Benny Jackson, 1,511 votes. Again, pending affidavit and absentee. Republican Justice Court judge in Tippah County, Sonny Meeks, 2,330 votes. North Constable Terry Mathis looks to have carried that with 1,868 votes. And Keith Bullock ran unopposed as the Republican South Constable. He got 2,356 votes. We're going to get some more statewide results together. If you guys will stick with us, we'll be back with those statewide results in just a moment. Thank you. All right, we're back here. We're going to talk some statewide election results and see kind of who some projected winners we have. We've got the Republican GOP primary. Tate Reeves is your projected winner. He's got about 75% of the vote right now, with 62% of precincts reporting. In the lieutenant governor's race, we've got Delbert Hosemann, the incumbent, 61% of precincts reporting. He has 52.5% of the vote, 127,845 votes cast for him. Chris McDaniel with 42% of the vote, with 103,000 votes for him. Michael Watson was uncontested on the Republican Secretary of State side. Then we've got the Democrat Secretary of State, Young, uncontested. The Republican Attorney General, Lynn Fitch, was uncontested. Greta Kemp Martin was uncontested as a Democrat. State Auditor Shad White, uncontested on the Republican side. Agriculture Commission on the Republican side, Robert Bradford has about 49.1% of the vote. He's getting pretty close to that 50% mark, with about 50% of precincts reporting. Insurance Commissioner, we've got about 50% of precincts reporting. This is statewide. We're talking statewide election right now. Mike Chaney is your projected winner. He's got 132,205 votes as of right now, but he has been projected to be the winner there. Bruce Burton was uncontested on the Democratic side. Northern District Public Service Commissioner, we can report that Chris Brown looks to be the winner on the Republican side, and he looks to be your next Northern District Public Service Commissioner. There were no Democrats running for that. We've got the Central District Public Service Commissioner. Brent Bailey will square off with Stamps for the Central District Public Service Commissioner. Then some more uncontested races. We've got the Central District Transportation Commissioner on the Democratic side is Willie Simmons. On the Republican side, Ricky Pennington. Southern District Southern District Transportation Commissioner Charles Busby was uncontested. So we've got some races that have been called, some races too close to call. We're still tabulating votes, but we're going to end the live stream for now. We appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. We've been live for about 2.5 hours with statewide results and Tippah County results, but we will update this tomorrow. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been RCTV 19 and the Mississippi News Group reporting on election night results. We'll talk to you tomorrow.